Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Robotech the MACROSS SAGA, Season 2, Episode 9, Season 2 finale. Yes, it is. It is here. It is here. I'm here with my buddies to play this game. I'm Lucas of Lucasgvariety, and today is October the 16th, 2020. Fortunately, we could not have Third Lieutenant Melody Jacobs join us tonight due to some things, but we are still playing in her honor and carrying on as she has wished. And that's all I'm going to say, so we can get right to the action and the death. Let's go upstairs to the RM to take us right to that death, headlong and crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I am Robotech Master Harukajunko, and welcome back everyone for another night of Robotech the MACROSS Saga. And we're going to kind of just jump right in here. So, if you guys remember last time, the ship finally landed on Earth. There was some unrest, but you guys managed to get to Earth, and the captain received a call that basically said, "Don't let people off the boat." And on top of that, he needs to report for a briefing in uh, Alaska base.
All right. So before he goes, he's going to call command staff for a little briefing,
Okay.
including the pilot leads and the the Mechie Stumpy Boy leads.
Yeah. So all the pilot leads and the destroyed leads, eventually everyone files into this. I'm assuming you guys, the players, are going to go in there.
Yeah, I'd probably delegate whoever's on spider. I delegate my spider busting because we got giant frack off huge spiders in the hall
Yep.
because somebody played God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So
Eli, as communication lead, you technically would have to show up.
You mean Alex?
Yes.
Yep, so I guess I'm going to the meeting.
So everyone eventually files into this to one of the larger briefing rooms. Obviously, everyone's around a rather large table. Some assistants are there passing on papers and briefing notes and such like that. Data reports being shared, and Captain, it's to you.
All right. So yeah, he'll step up.
Sorry about
and
that.
he'll you're good. You've been pulled to a briefing with all the other department heads and whatnot.
Okay. All right.
Big command staff briefing. So the captain stands there. He straightens his hat and his shirt, and he's, "Welcome to Earth. Unfortunately, we're being told that we're probably not going to get to stay." And he puts a
What?
hand up.
Yeah, even with the hand up, you do see people kind of looking side to side, and some confusion, but no one speaks out yet, at least.
According to what I've been told, is no one is to leave this ship due to quarantine issues. And we are going to return to orbit and most likely face the enemy again. However, I recall that I have a ship full of civilians that are equally a large target and a hindrance to this vessel's combat capabilities. And he'll point to a picture he put up of one of the bunkers from the first episode. He'll put that picture up on a sticky board, and he'll go, "I need everyone. While I am about to go to the Arctic Briefing Center and get briefed on what the situation has been here since we've been gone. While I'm gone, I need every non-military person in one of these bunkers ready to be accidentally dropped off when we break for orbit. This is not to be communicated outside the ship. This is Black Ops levels nonsense, because I'll be damned if I'm taking these civilians back into orbit when they are where they want to be."
And you do hear a couple of mumbles, people definitely agreeing, but one of the higher up commanders, Lieutenant Colonel Maystroff, who's the destroyed, above, destroyed head commander person,
Mm-hmm.
he kind of looks over to you because he sits to your left as, basically the equivalent of a tag. And he
Yeah.
kind of goes, "Well, but we have the small problem of we've already installed them to the ship. Something like this wouldn't be easily uh, easily done, or rather quickly done."
I'm going to drag out the briefing as long as I can.
So, and this is this is the point where Ivan is like, "You give me and my team half of what you're expecting. We will get what you have bolted. We will be able to unbolt in a hurry."
Basically, the same amount of emergency we did putting them together to save these people, we're doing it again because honestly, if the enemy's coming here, they're going to take out more than this vessel in their attempts to stop us. So we have to be prepared for this vessel to be sacrificed if need be. So I don't want civilians on my conscience as I die. I don't think anybody else here would either. And he smirks a little bit. And he goes, "But I'm not dying. That's not happening. This ship will burn to the ground before one of us dies on purpose. But I don't want civilians in the crossfire."
There. Civilians make very poor bunker partners.
But
And
let them know what's going on after you've got the bunkers ready for them to be put in, and keep the mayor informed. That ask him not to spread it.
All right, and like before, there's some mumbling. Some people are wondering how disobeying high command will go in a situation like this. Some are, obviously more worried about civilians. It's a mixed bag. You definitely have on people both sides of the line.
It's not a happy situation for anybody, especially the military.
Yeah,
but
like something like this, you definitely know would be a career ender if command found out at all you did.
Yep. Yeah. And he'll look around the room and he's like, normally Commander Hayes would be in control, but she's still injured. So in the meantime, our communications officer and Silver Squad lead will take dual roles in command while I'm gone.
Alex has sort of been like tapping his hand at the desk, not really paying a ton of attention, but like he's like wide-eyed, like fucking dinner plate eyes. Oh, sorry, dinner plate eyes, sort of like looking at him like, what?
No kidding.
Yeah, this is
looking
also
looking at you like,
look that.
what?
This is also the look that Colonel Maestroff kind of gives. Like he's kind of like looking over to you, like with a look that just speaks, "But chain of command. I want to sit in the seat."
He'll look down at him and he's like, one of them is going to be watching the air, the other is going to be watching the people. I need you busy. You're my best organized man I've ever met. Ivan is the most ruthless at getting things done in a hurry. I need you guys on task. This will most likely be the last time I ever pull this trick again.
Yeah.
So you just basically said Archie's also going to be doing commanding stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, because he's just sitting there.
Apparently in charge of the boat.
He's like,
You two are now in co-charge of the boat.
Basically, he's in charge of the boat. I'm in charge of the people on the boat.
I know. I'm just like, are we looking at each other? Like
Sort of like looking at him, back to the captain, at him, back to the captain. Just
Yeah.
like.
And then you feel the Ivan's giant garbage can hand just like thump your shoulder. It's like,
Would it be more
congratulations on promotion. Try not to kill us all.
I'll do my best.
And yeah. He'll stand straight again, and he'll pop a fast salute of his own. He's like, "Get it done, people."
I assume we're all popping to attention.
Yeah, I know.
oh yeah.
The room, it's a little slow due to all the shock of the news going on.
Yeah.
But everyone does, and they snap a salute. Some sharper than others. Like I said, you can definitely read the room. It's a mixed bag. People are worried how high command's going to come down on them doing this, but some other people are also worried about the civilians more than anything.
Yeah.
So, but Ivan's got this big dopey grin, and he leans over to Alex. It's like, when the meeting is over, I have suggestions for you.
I'm willing to hear anything right now.
And with that, you actually get a tap on your shoulder, Captain. And one of your assistants kind of leans down and goes, "Sir, what was the name of that thing? I just had it. My hate my brain.
Bill
sometimes.
O'Reilly.
Yeah, it's a Bill O'Reilly is a ready for takeoff.
It's a great
You've got
name
that
for a
you've
ship.
got the jingle stuck in my head now.
No, it's a
Was it Sea
s-
Sergeant?
No, yeah, no, it was gonna actually no, it was gonna be the what was it? A tunny, which is it's a rather large cargo plane that they've landed on the ship where they're loading you with supplies that you're going to be using to take off to head to Alaska base.
Okay. Yep. He'll nod. He'll start walking away.
All right.
You know, sunset, soft breeze. Captain's walking away.
Yeah, it turns out you guys actually had the meeting out on the just the flight deck.
Look,
But
it's
no,
Somewhere
fresh.
in the
It's
mountains.
an opportunity for fresh air. It's like your teacher saying, "Oh, let's have class outside." No one's gonna say no.
For some reason, I'm on a dirt road.
Yeah, like, put that dirt road on the SDF one.
Got a snack over my arm, shoulder. Like, wait a minute, did this become Bruce Banner? What is going on here?
Yeah, you're just turning around and you're trying to hitchhike. But no, you leave the room and yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think to this point, because this is probably close after when Archie last talked to the captain, right? When I came up there and I was all emo, and you're like, snap out of it. You know, I think he's still dressed in his not shaved, still dressed down like civilian almost, and just like. But now at this point, when the captain's leaving, he looks at Alex. He's like, "I'll be right back. You're in charge. You're in charge, fully for like 5 minutes."
Like Alex has got a very "oh god" face.
And suddenly fire starts spreading throughout the ship. Damage control, we're sinking. Yeah.
Tilt.
Luckily,
tilt.
It's like that awkward moment where in StarCraft 2 you accidentally hit the delete key and slay your entire army.
Yeah.
I feel like in true anime style, like he just like whoosh, out of the room, and it's going to be too short of a time for this to happen. But when he reappears, he's in full dress uniform, clean shaven,
spinning.
Yeah, clean shaven, and everything is like proper. And it might be a few minutes, but that's what he's going to do and be ready.
But yeah, no, the people start filing out, and Alex, since you're the last remaining high command person, around, the immediately assistants are already starting to unload, data slates and folders
Enjoy.
to sign.
Say, "Oh god, this one's revisions, this one's true counts. Oh, this is all the letters to the dead I've got to write." God damn it, he pushed this off on me.
And here's this one. The captain forgot to sign this one about 3 months ago.
What is it for?
Musical choice for the upcoming banquet.
Alright, just a quick signature. I've got no time. They're just putting them in front of me as fast as I can sign them.
Mm-hmm.
But and then Ivan kind of tap on your shoulder.
Yes, hand me the paper.
Breathe, Bobby.
Damn it,
Just like takes one back that he just signed, reads it like, what the?
Yeah. What, didn't you get the memo? Someone was trying to put in
Country, what is this?
Yeah, no, someone's trying to turn the SDF-1 into a solitary nation. I think they were going with New Zanzibar land.
No.
Sea Land 2.0.
Spaceland.
So, but Ivan's like, it's little Mats. Well, Commander Mats now, I guess. So.
I'm hoping the rank doesn't stick.
If I get shot, good luck.
So, but couple of suggestions for you. On top of breathing. So,
like at that point, big inhale.
So,
Bleeding. Got
so
it.
first and foremost, my first suggestion is kind of how to handle first command, because this is first command, yeah?
Yes.
So, and he just kind of pokes the data slate and puts it on the table, and like he's just so that way you're just like,
yeah,
it's like
with his giant like bear paw hands.
Yeah, it's like worry less about the paperwork and focus on task on hand. So,
all right.
It is literally priority game. So whatever is most important gets the attention. Paperwork is bottom of pile.
All right. In that case, Ivan, why don't you have your engineers and demolitions experts start looking at the fastenings for the shelters and planning on the quickest way to get them out once it's time. But try to do it in secret.
Duh. So, but I will say the probably faster way of doing it is loud. We will.
Once the civilians are in, it won't matter if it's loud.
So, I assume you authorize use of C4.
If that's what it takes to get them off the ship as fast as possible once it's time for us to leave, that may be for the best. Damage can be repaired. I don't think we can replace people.
Second suggestion. You know communications very well by this point.
Yes.
And you should also be very aware of how much cities chatter.
Yes.
I would recommend maybe an accident to comms relay. Prevent civilians from
What if we?
letting dog out the bag.
Yes. We'll temporarily disable the long-range communications array. We won't be able to get any news from the captain, but it also means the cat won't get out of the bag before we want it to.
And don't worry. It would be what engineer under you that would have to fix comms array, yeah?
Yes.
I make sure he has big bottle of vodka.
Thank you, Ivan.
So, but last suggestion is remember, at the end of the day, so long as cities end up on ground, good day.
Yeah.
Anything threatening that, bad day. You will probably have to make some very hard decisions. Just know that so long as you keep eye on prize, then so you will do well.
Right.
And then he just kind of pats you on the back with his big. Yeah.
Yep.
If anybody gives you lip, let me know. I'm always happy to send up Lieutenant Zdakova.
I'll
Ooh.
appreciate that.
Oh, really?
So, but I'm gonna go blow some shit up. So, but I will have.
Set the explosives. Let's wait until we're taking off to detonate them.
Oh, da. But I need to blow some things up to get 2 bolts.
Like
with that, then like that nebulous answer.
It's like, wait, what? And he's already gone.
And another piece of paper is being shoved in your face for.
Now I've got authorized the use of explosives aboard ship.
Yep. There's. Luckily, your assistant already has that sheet right there.
You knew this was going to happen, didn't you?
I just heard him talking, and I figured it'd be best to get one ready used.
Like, sort of look it over, sign it, move it to the side, move on to the next data slate.
Mm-hmm. And of course, that's gonna take you a little while, unfortunately. Yeah. In that time, we're gonna jump over to Lucas. Lucas, you have just shaved. You're standing in your room, and you've got like an almost perfectly pristine uniform.
It's very important to do all these things.
Mm-hmm.
I have no clue what I'm supposed to do. Like, maybe Archie does, but I have no clue what.
Well, you do have a couple of ideas because you're basically been given command over the boat while the captain's gone. Alex is basically working on how to deal with the people. So, if you wanted to, you could go stand up on the bridge or go sit in the captain's seat on the bridge.
That's probably where I'll be. I'll probably be a little intimidated, but Damn it! Soundwaves, can you send me that hat real quick by mail? Can you overnight me that real quick?
Yeah, just grab it.
Dang it.
I want it. I don't have
Oh,
a. Don't
too
have
slow.
A captain's
And I'm just
hat.
imagining that the ultimate punchline being the captain knew this was coming, so he had his chair unbolted from the bridge.
Yeah, it's not actually there. There's a lawn chair.
Yes.
There's
He
two.
took it with him.
No, it's a love seat. It's a love seat for both of them.
You know what that reminds me of? That one Family Guy Star Wars episode where they just put
They
the
stole the
couch.
couch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever
Who's still
chair is there, I guess
Yeah,
I'll
it's
be
the
going
other chair.
to. I'll be going there.
So you get up onto the bridge, and
Oh
you
boy.
know the crew that is there, which is Sammy and
Sosa.
Claudia Grant rather, and Vanessa and Kim are all there, and they're along with several of the extra hands that stand there just to scream when the ship gets hit. They're all there, and when they come aboard, they all captain on deck, and everyone jumps to
jeez.
attention and salutes you.
You're like, ladies, and it's just like looking at the new,
Fox in the hen house.
looking at the new. Yep. Suddenly he's like, wait a minute, that's right. There's all women
Yeah,
that
the
work
bridge is
up
full
here.
of girls. Yes.
It's like a dream come true.
And then
They're a bit young for him.
I don't think he's only like 23 or something like that.
Well,
He's not very
some
old.
some of them, especially like Sammy, are a little under.
Well, okay. I think Archie's
Actually,
probably
Sammy might not.
Archie's
they're
probably
still
learned how
military,
to.
so-
Danger, danger, Will Robinson, danger.
I think Archie's probably learned this in his last few years. Probably too. He has a radar for this. I'm hoping. So he's just probably like, okay, all right. Oh no, responsibility. He's talking to himself in
Actually,
this
no,
little
no, I
speech.
was wrong.
Right.
No, they're all of age.
Good.
I
See,
don't know.
fair game.
Oh no.
Got the captain's whiskey. No, just kidding. It's wine.
And so
I don't know
you
what I'm
take
supposed
out-
to be doing. He just goes up there and he salutes
Well,
them.
you basically
eyeball.
been given command over the boat while the captain's gone.
Oh.
So, if you had things you wanted to do or settle during this time, or if you wanted to try and figure things out or such like that, or just generally make sure the boat is running good, or
Yes. I think he'll just be like, hey, let's get a little systems check and give me an update on everything going on. And actually, Lucas is going to be right back because baby needs him. So if you want to cut
Yeah,
real quick,
I can hear small one.
I'll be right back.
Like maybe Joe now.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. You read my mind. Stop doing that. It's not. No, it's bad. There's bad things
Wait,
in there.
how many attack carriers?
So Joe, you were getting down to actually, where were you heading?
So, I imagine I probably, because I suggested that the civil comms go down, but the military comms should all be so good. But after asking for a status report on spider busting down in the hole, which I hope went well, considering that they all had flamers and incendiary grenades.
Let me. You know what? Roll me a d6.
Okay. 4.
4.
5.
Okay. So there were some casualties. Only two more people died. Which they weren't from your destroyed company. They were from the Marine detachment on the ship.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry about
But besides that, there were a couple more injuries and such. But they managed to clear out the area, and the dungeon has been cleared. And now, what is
But
100?
yeah, if everything is on lock down there,
Mhm.
I'm going to call back the Fusiliers, just the Russians.
Okay.
So because Ivan knows that loose lips sink ships in this case, but everybody on the in the Fusiliers is very trustworthy.
Yep. So for the most part, so the Fusiliers come back. Some of them have some cuts and scrapes. One of them has a pull like the size of like this, through their hand.
Oh, that will make a good scarf.
I can use it for cup holder.
So well learned, I say. So, all right, comrades. So, situation is understandably full bomb. Of course, we couldn't trust the United Earth government to get the job to do things straight. I hope there's a chuckle through the Fusiliers.
Yeah, no, there's some chuckles and there's some more just annoyed sighs in the back.
But we're not going home. At least not us. They are so. Captain Colors suggests that we are very likely to be going back up and giving them what did the scientists say they were? Zenkrati? Hell. But as you will understand, we have problem. We have worst trench mates ever. We have civilians on board. United Earth does not want civilians off board. We are going to get civilians off board. It's going to be like New Moscow all over again. So,
Even with the ground exploding above our heads?
This time we do some explosions, I believe. So, and he's going to, like, at this point, I imagine this is in his camp, so he's probably doodling on the side of his monster as a whiteboard.
So I'm assuming you're kind of doing this in your normal Russian loud speaking voice?
So, loud enough for just the company to hear.
Okay.
So,
Right.
but this again, my thought is this is happening in the Russian camp.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. So, but Ivan's like drawing out the several shelter bunkers upon the boat. We are aware of them, yes? So, and he's going to pick out probably someone who's designated combat engineer or designated smart person. So,
yeah, no, and one of your engineers, he kind of, seeing you look in his general direction, he kind of, sinks down a little bit lower, hoping you don't notice him.
Igor, get up here.
Oh, yes.
You have work to do, unfortunately, my friend, because these bunkers would end up to not be attached no more.
Give me 1 second. I gotta get a box for the front door.
Yep.
Robotech will be back after these messages. Sponsored by
As we slowly plot for how to
Robocolor.
overthrow the Robotech master. No.
Not happening.
That's
at least that.
Robotech
Technically not
returns.
that's still not. That's not until the second series.
Slowly
yeah, continue.
return. I mean,
But yeah, but I need the engineering core to figure out most quick way to make bunkers not attached, as well as figuring out how to cushion landing. Captain Colors has entrusted us to figure out a way of getting bunkers off ship while we are leaving to begin our orbit. So, logically speaking, this means that we are going to have a bunch of very terrified people in small space that is probably going to drop a couple hundred kilometers. So, and then he's looking at Igor is like, so my friend, I know you can handle this, and as soon as you have good plan for giving us shield points, the use of C4 and explosives to remove bunkers from the hull is authorized.
And he'll kind of hear this and go, so you want me to make sure these bunkers which we didn't know could even survive space, fall from several hundred kilometers up and not end with jelly on the inside.
Ah. It literally it is pretty much New Moscow all again. And you, my friend, are the one who figured out how to tunnel through Earth at triple pace.
At the
I
same
am
time, I didn't have to worry about jelly.
so
But
So-
he'll kind of he says that he'll try to work something together as soon as he can.
so. And then so with that, Ivan will nod and he'll turn back to the rest of the company. This is obviously classified information, just like New Moscow. High Command doesn't want these people off, but these people need to get off. So I have also put us forward to current command while the captain colors is off the ship to be responsive in case there is problem. But for the time being, we focus on getting charges set. We focus on getting civilians out, and then we get ready to take it to the enemy, and we will show the United Earth government just what they are missing.
Everyone kind of nods and, with your permission, they'll kind of start splitting off and doing or trying to figure out how to get this to work.
And he'll nod and dismiss them.
Yeah, and so several of them, start running around trying to, gather stuff up, gets things going. Your combat engineer is definitely going to be, is like already like he's like grabbed two random people in a jeep and is starting to run out to where the bunkers have actually been placed to figure out how to remove bunkers without removing the ability for air to stay in ship.
Yeah.
And also how to stop jelly.
How to stop jelly is very important.
And anything else you're going to be doing right now, or are you just kind of letting your minions do the work for you?
So I will let them. So Ivan knows when to let his officers do what needs to be done, but he will send a discreet message up to Alex that Russians are underway, and that if muscle is needed, let us know.
And with that, I think we'll go back to Alex, who you've just finished finally signing away papers and stuff.
Muted.
How many months of paperwork was that?
45 minutes.
Yeah.
I meant like in terms of how much did the captain just ignore?
45 minutes.
Yeah.
He's meticulous.
Captain
time it
usually
took for the
signs
briefing.
things. The stuff, the old stuff that he didn't sign was stuff that people hadn't put forward until they found out that you were in charge, not the captain.
Wow. Class
I'm an-
act.
The captain's an analyst. He reads everything.
They
And he
figure with
remembers
you
everything.
on board. Which you kind of noticed that some of the things you were told to sign were weird, like allowing alcohol production for the general populace and troops, followed by setting up a designated pilot's bar, and banning the use of any Top Gun slogans.
Oh no, that's not right.
Anyone who breaks that last one will unfortunately have to pay a $10 fee off of their paycheck to the Top Gun swear bowl.
Archie has a desire for velocity.
Pay up.
That's something in the jar. Just derivative.
That doesn't count.
It does. You didn't read the fine print, did you? Subsection 3, paragraph 34, clause B.
No!
Pretending to make jokes about it is also an offense.
Dang, dude,
That's-
you can be
In
Paul.
that case, what the paperwork is done, so I think probably the next thing on the agenda should be to go and talk to the mayor.
All right, and so you finally get up from your desk. Your legs are wobbly. They're kind of numb for sitting for that long. And you start heading down to the mayor's office. And it takes a minute, but uh, you're able to figure out that, words, right, work. You're able to get down there and get in rather quickly. And it's the mayor's office. It's nothing, fancy compared to what, he probably had on Earth. Well, the first time. But, he kind of looks at you and goes, oh, yes, Alex, right?
Oh,
Yes.
Ding.
I don't even know where we're at.
Dice with 3 200-bit donations.
Thank you,
Oh,
Ty.
no.
Lots of +2 dice next rolls for enemies, which we
Well,
still have.
yeah.
We still have a couple PC ones as well. But thank you, Tice, for betraying us as always.
Thank you, Ty.
And welcome to the
love
show. Yeah, we love you. Thank you. Tice rules in full effect. Please continue.
Yep. So, you kind of goes, oh, yeah, so, what can I help you? I received a message that I'm to communicate through you right now.
Yes.
All right. Well, we do have some requests coming up from the civilian populace, mostly in regards to the news that apparently there's a pilot's bar being set up. They want a civilian bar to be set up, and some of the alcohol privileges to go to civilians. And he's going to keep rambling unless you jump in there and cut him off.
Yeah. So I'm going to sort of communicate yes, we'll get to the requests in the order they're received. Have them, formatted in the proper paperwork and have all the proper forms sent to the captain's desk. He'll get to them as soon as possible.
And he goes, good. So then, what did you come down here for? Usually the captain comes down here when there's a problem, and since I'm talking through you, I'm going to assume there's a problem of some kind. He hasn't accidentally opened a void to the ship or something like that, has he?
No. However, what I am going to tell you is in the strictest confidence. You are not to share it with anybody.
Alright, as long as it's not one of those, if you tell anyone you'll be shot. Like those old spy movies, like James Bond.
Like, sort of, lots of raucous laughter, but I actually, you shouldn't tell anybody. I can't be held accountable for what others might do.
And he kind of, quiets down and kind of looks at you. Oh god, what is the captain getting me into?
The SDF-1 may soon have to leave Earth, but we're going to be taking every possible precaution to ensure that the population of Macross City, such as it were, is able to remain on Earth, and we're going to need your full cooperation for this. However, it is possible that some forces outside the ship may not want the civilians to leave for whatever reason, and because of that, you're going to need to keep this as secret as possible.
And for a minute there, he kind of just stops at, you guys may not be able to leave and we're going back into space. And he also picks up the people on the outside may not want you out of the ship. And he's like, what? But we democratically elected them through the United Earth government's elections. I'm calling my senator right now. And he reaches for his phone.
Beep. Just like
What
the
the-
dial tone.
Thank you,
Why's
thank you,
Why's the line out?
thank you, Tice, again for the 300 cheer bit for each PC restores one heroic move. We got some
We've
restorations.
got excess
everyone's
heroic
got-
moves now.
Yeah.
Just put that one in the bank.
Putting it all in the bank. Thank you, Tice.
Yeah, and it's like, what the? Why is the communications not coming out? What's going
I'm
on?
not sure what's going on, Captain. Our re-entry into Earth may have damaged some of our systems.
You're gonna need to make a check to lie to this man, because you were just talking about you can't tell anyone about this and then the communications are gone.
Let's see.
I think
I
it just
told
Well,
you it was a
obviously,
good
star
idea.
quality applies here because its benefit is guile, misdirecting
Mhm.
others.
I like that work.
And then grand presence, and I'm going to.
I think we have at least 100 cheer bits for an extra +2 dice, and we also have at least 2 heroic moves.
Yeah.
So I don't know if we
Please
need
take
them.
that plus. Please take this +2 so you
Yeah,
can lie
so-
to this guy with a straight face.
Yeah, so that's going to be 7 dice +2 for 9. What's going to be my target number here?
It's gonna be 5.
Yeah, I didn't figure I'd be in one of my elements.
Unfortunately, no.
9 dice.
You got this, Alex Matz.
5.
Oh, so you're going over burnout limit?
No, my burnout is 7, and holy crap. Can I use one of my demeanors, maybe fearless? Like, I'm not messing around here.
Yeah, I'll let you.
So that is a crap roll for 9 dice.
So,
What are you playing Alien RPG or what? I mean, come on, what's going
Yeah.
on?
I haven't seen dice that bad since then.
Because you tried to throw a grenade and I had to save us.
Wow.
There we
1,
go.
2,
That's
3,
better.
5. Looks like 5.
5. Yep.
5 successes.
So I'm gonna have him roll something against you. Aww.
He's merely a city.
Everyone
I knew
knows that
something
if
was
you
wrong.
haven't-
You called me captain.
What?
No, you called him captain, so it's
Called
gonna be
him
like,
captain.
you called me captain. That's a lie. Everything in this statement is false now. But no.
Accuse.
Jacuzzi.
Objection.
Overruled. Liar.
Point is, we win the day, so we're heroes, and yeah.
And you said you said we had some enemies could use dice against you.
Yep.
You got.
Okay, I think I'm gonna use that.
You get 3 of those. You could add like 6 dice to your roll if you wanted to.
I'm not doing that because
Tice,
I'm
how
not
could
terrible.
you? How could you?
I mean, maybe
It's Tice.
maybe you should make them separate rolls, but that's up to you. You're the RM here.
I'm separating them out because I'm not that mean.
Because if we're already playing that game and empty that out for Tice to refill again, I'm going to need more booze.
It's Friday. I mean. Wait.
But yeah, so I'm gonna use one of those. So there's still 2 left if I roll.
Looks like
correctly,
Alex
right?
is saucing. So, jeez.
Nah.
Root beer?
It's pop.
He looks at you and he doesn't know if he's ready to trust you on this. As he kind of looks at you and goes, "You think this is a mere coincidence that the communications just suddenly stopped working?"
I couldn't rightly say.
And he kind of
However,
looks you.
You can be assured we're working to fix it as fast as we can.
I'm not gonna make you make another check for that one. Don't worry. But just so you know, he tied you.
Ooh.
So it's not a win or loss. He is very skeptical as to what you are saying.
Alex sus.
Alex is sus. Let's vote him out. Let's him out of the airlock, guys.
This is where if the captain was there, he would excuse himself for the conversation, but
Yeah.
he's not.
And he kind of looks at you and goes, I'm not sure if I should believe you, especially because this line of coincidences, be they coincidence or not, is questionable, as you understand. And the people of the city should know what's going on, and we should be able to contact the outside world about this. Try to call some of the news and senators or something.
You might have to kill this dude.
There's a very good chance that were the news to reach the outside world, most civilians outside might not even hear of it. I'm assuming that the, what was it, UEG is what it is,
The
right?
United Earth Government.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The United
UEG.
Earth government has a very strong grip over the news media. and I'm certain that anything they don't want to be heard won't be.
Okay, so you know what? Give me another check. You're trying to convince this guy that even if it isn't a coincidence,
It wouldn't have mattered.
it wouldn't matter.
Let's see, I only got 7 this time, I think.
Still a good roll, hopefully. 4 sixes.
Oh,
Not too
5
bad.
again.
5
Still
successes.
fine. Yeah.
Okay, this time he kind of looks into his sides and goes, I'll do my best to keep this under wraps, but know that it is my personal objection to not try to follow the chain, as it would so be.
My plan was perfect until I included these guys.
Oh.
That made the plan go from perfect to amazing.
Jodo 1025 with the donations. Did you just do
Jodo,
4 of
you
them?
trying
Yeah.
Did you go over? Did you try to break the dice rule?
No, this is all 100s. It's benefit. It's not against us, so test rule doesn't apply.
Okay, you're right. I'm all right with that.
That's questionable.
So
anyways, thank you.
I am the GM and I have final say over it. Benefiting dice do have a limiting cap of, let's say, 5.
All right. Well, we're at
So
rate of
5
4.
like bunches of them.
We're rate of
Yeah.
4, so we're smooth.
I'll be nice and give you guys 5 since I believe it's 3 for hurting you dice.
Mm-hmm. And I will be back in a few minutes, guys. Keep this rolling. I'll be back as soon as I can. All right.
And with that, I'm going to sort of like, bid the mayor good day and sort of try to get back to supervising other stuff.
All right. Right as you leave the mayor's office. Oh hey, Alex.
Oh no. So I turn my head. Is it who I think it is?
It's none other than Lin Min May.
Oh, hi.
Oh hi, Mark.
How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing okay. How are you doing?
I'm well.
Well, since we're on Earth, I had a question if I could ask you for something.
Sure.
Well, you see, I know that the announcement came out that the things will be moving as stuff will be going, or things will be going as well, rather. She says, I know that the announcement came out that we'll know as soon as we're allowed to get off the ship and stuff. But I was wondering if I could ask you to break that rule slightly for me. I just want to get back and go see my my family really quickly, and I'd come straight back with you. If I just need someone I can trust for this.
So for this, I'm gonna kinda lie, kinda not.
Mhm.
Like I'm gonna say, I'm afraid not. I don't trust myself to fly anymore.
Uh,
It's sort of a half-truth.
Yeah, I'm still gonna require a roll for that one.
Yeah. Do I get any benefit for it being partly true?
Yeah, it's
Yeah, I didn't think so.
unfortunately no, because Alex Max does not have the liar. Which, by the way, remember, elements can be custom for this game, which is something I love.
I
As
didn't
long as you
know
talk
that.
it up with your GM. Yeah, all of the elements that they suggest in there, you can have more.
Let's see. I'm going to use Escape Artist and Star Quality.
I love the fact that you're using escape artist of all.
Look, it applies. I'm trying to escape from being trapped in a position. This is a bad position. I am trying to escape it.
All right, roll it.
4 successes.
4. All right, and I will be taking one of the, you know,
Wait, actually,
enemy
could I
bonuses.
have used?
I'll let you grab it.
Yeah.
Just roll 2 dice. All right, so 5.
5 successes.
Again.
5 is the magic number. It seems like.
5 is the crowdiest number that there ever was.
All right, and just gotta check something.
And survey says...
Survey says your 5 loses to 10.
Oh fuck!
What?
Oh my god!
Oh, you want to
What?
just make a drama out of this.
It's So I'm not gonna pull the screen now. After the session, when season finale is done, I'm gonna pull the screen so you know the players can understand what happened here. But that was a really lucky roll.
There's some tomfoolery going on.
The
Yeah,
dice gods have
You're
said,
doing it. You're the
Yeah.
one doing it. Stop. Be like, I'm busy, madam. I'll see you on our date on Thursday. Be ready. Ha ha ha. Walk away. Walk away.
Yeah.
Walk away.
throw pocket sander in her eyes so she can't get you.
It's sand.
Pocket sand.
Oh god.
Yeah, no, she kind of looks at you and she kind of gives you puppy dog eyes and kind of pouts. But
You
Alex,
should tell her about the spiders.
Alex,
You
I
know,
really
technically
do mean
that's
this.
not a secret.
It really isn't a secret at this point that there was something going on, and one of the soldiers may have dragged a giant spider corpse out of there. Unfortunately, that's when you have a whole platoon of destroy pilots and Marines dispatched to a location, and to draw a couple eyes, especially when they're as heavily armored as they were. But
With flamethrowers.
with flamethrowers, yeah, no. Someone may have been shooting one up in the air like, oh, this is awesome. We finally get to pull these in. Whoosh.
Committing war crimes.
It's not war crimes if it's against spiders. But,
I'm trying to think because giving her what she wants might be a way to shut her up, but on the other hand, I can't risk it.
I mean, no one would know.
Except her family.
Well, yeah, her family would know that she came to at least let her know that,
Yeah.
or let them know that she's okay.
I think if
But
There's
she
two
kind of
op-
gives you puppy dog eyes. And
I
goes,
see
"But
two
Matt."
options. I see two options. One, do it to shut her up. Two, tell her the truth about the spiders, and that's why no one can leave.
I would go with option 2, brother, because this
Yeah.
is this
There's
this
a
this
lot
is
of
player
risk
to player.
There's a lot of risk associated with option number one.
Yeah, not to mention, I'm not sure you can even get her out of whatever.
I mean,
Flotilla
option
is
number
probably
2 also
looking
has
at
some
us.
pretty bad risks. Telling a civilian, yeah, there's giant spiders. That's why you can't leave.
That
Yeah,
that
we're
is
the-
making my brain a little. Yeah, there's the ship's infested with something that's possibly going to eat you, so don't leave.
Yeah. No. I mean, there's a couple of other options, and I'll be right back. I've still got my headset on, but Chief goes, but Alex, Mats, please, I'll owe you. I
Or
just need to
you-
go back for an hour and just let them know I'm okay. You can fly me straight back. I won't make any more fuss. And she's like laying it on hard and pulling at heartstrings and all of this. And it's like, I just need your help this once, Alex. I've never bothered you for anything else before.
Ways to die.
You could also do what the modern Chad would do: fake a text message that is like, "Nope, gotta go."
Ways to die.
Oh, so many come, there's to die.
Look, I don't hear any ideas coming from you.
We're not
I
there.
can't-
We're not there,
give you
and I'm
ideas.
trying very hard to not backseat game for you.
Oof.
You know, it's difficult to
I
have
gave-
the
I gave- I
communications
gave-
guy communicate.
Well, I've already tried lying.
There's more than
Just disappoint your girlfriend and let's move on.
there's
Yeah,
more
but see,
in
the thing is,
world.
I'm worried that she'll cause trouble.
So you
I
have
mean-
the entirety of the military at your
You
back.
could always stab her.
Yes, killer.
No,
Start
Or-
singing one of her signature
we're literally
songs before
we're
she
literally
sang
right outside of the mayor's office. I can't stab her here.
Again, remember that Ivan also offered, enforcement services. So,
Oh.
so
Here's an
Yeah.
idea.
it. Let's have
here's
the
an
Russians
idea.
beat her up. That will work.
Here's an idea. Actually, no, it's a terrible idea.
just
I
put
love
her
that
off
you're
for now. If you think,
negotiating.
Yeah.
just put her
you know
off
what?
for now, and if you think she's
okay,
going to
yeah.
cause problems, just get.
Okay. Yes. That's what I'll do. I'll tell her sort of. I can't right now. I've got a lot of paperwork I have to get through. But sometime in the next couple of days, I'll try to make some time for it. It shouldn't take the captain more than a couple of days, should it?
You don't know how long Alaska Base wants him there. He never said.
Nope.
Oh boy.
I didn't know either, so I didn't say. I just
As far
said
as you know, they're
it's
keeping
done.
him there for like a week or a month because, to
could be
be honest, he was
60
never actually,
years.
yeah, he was never really actually
Just-
specified how long they were there doing debriefing and stuff.
Just don't get shot out of the air in our most advanced warship
Oh, we're skimming the water, aren't we?
at the moment. I
you're
didn't
kind of
land.
floating.
Yeah, I didn't want to actually sit down in the water just in case we had to take. a
I don't
back.
remember. Are we in robot mode or
We're in
spaceship?
boat mode.
Okay, yeah.
We look like a ship.
Well, ship is being used very flexibly here, but yes.
It's a big ass
Going
ship
on
with
a
two ships
trip in
attached
our
to it.
favorite rocket ship.
Yeah, but I'll basically sort of say, I can't do it right now, I'll do it sometime soon.
And she's like, I'll hold you to that. And you now have a drama
Oh god.
of, you owe her.
Can't
Alright.
lie to mid-May. She said
That was a ridiculous roll.
the advanced spy mid-May has once again claimed a victim.
Yes.
I'm going to have to prepare Russian black ops to make her disappear.
Lucas, you missed some stuff.
Well, that's what I was just about to ask. What did I miss?
So, Alex finally got through his meeting with the mayor.
Yep. Our expert communicator. This
Yeah,
expertly
expert communicator. Turns out he tried to lie, and that almost didn't work. And
I saw-
luckily, he convinced the mayor that don't worry. Even if you could communicate with the world, they probably wouldn't care for you.
That's the last thing I remembered.
And
then-
so then he walked out.
And then his girlfriend came out, gave him puppy dog eyes, and he just about gave us all the way.
What, Min-May?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Min-May
Look,
came up
I
and
tried to
was,
lie, and she rolled a 10. 10
She-
successes against 5.
She's annoying, but she's cute. Archie would tell Alex, "You got to go for it. You got
Okay,
to,
but-
got to."
That
well,
was
no,
an
she
option.
wants to leave. She wants to leave the boat for a couple hours. Is the problem?
Yeah.
Just not a big deal, except for the fact that we're surrounded by other planes and boats trying to make sure we don't leave the ship.
I mean,
Well,
she,
no,
she can
hold on.
she can leave in a few hours with everybody else and stay gone. That's okay.
I don't remember if this is apocryphal or not, but can't VF1s go underwater or something?
I'd say that they could. They would be like if they were doing combat underwater, it would be really bad. But you
Yeah.
could probably fly. You could probably
You could
fly.
submerge.
Don't go out that
underwater.
screen door. Don't go out that screen. No.
You just
It's
don't
a
want
lot
to shut
easier
that
to
engine
hide
off.
in the water, even from enemy submarines, than it is to hide in the air from enemy planes. But oh well, points moot for now.
So
at least.
Min-May comes out and says, "I want to leave," and you almost melted and gave us away.
Look,
Yeah.
I tried to lie.
Alex
And
is
then
she rolled a
trying to
10.
invent a submarine for her to use now.
Yeah, she rolled 10 successes against his 5.
And now my Russians are probably going to have to disappear her for a little bit until
One person.
Oh,
we're
for
ready to shunt her
a
out
little
in a
bit.
bunker.
We are
Gulagged.
spies.
Hey, the Russians
Yeah,
are good at
she's
getting rid of
obviously
people.
a UEG spy. That's how she got such good roles. or an anti-UEG spy. You know, obviously.
She's been an infiltrator playbook this entire time.
She's the only Chinese person.
Wow,
Is
that's
she?
racist.
She's the other one who wears the outfit in every scene she's in.
Well,
I don't think
No,
it's
but-
in every scene.
but
They
to be
also-
fair, I think her parents are Chinese.
Yeah, they are, but they wear sort of the same clothes as everybody else does.
True.
But
No,
for some
that's her
reason in
aunt
this
and
series,
uncle, I
she's
think.
Oh yeah, the aunt
always
and
in
uncle
that
are
dress.
with her.
There
Yeah,
it
they're
is.
not-
Spends the
I don't know if they're
entirety of the
Chinese.
series in that Chinese dress.
Does
Tice,
she? I don't remember.
Tice with the 200-bit donation, so that
Not
way
again.
GM gets another yum yum.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Tice,
Tice.
for letting me make them suffer.
And he was making accusations earlier that is like, yeah,
Please, sir, may I have some more?
Yeah. But yeah, no. So you're able to get out of that, but you do now have another drama on top
Oh
of
my
your
God.
other
I
three,
I have one stress left.
which you can't remember. Your dramas. If you decide one just isn't worth it, we can talk it over and get rid of it.
I have 4
Yeah,
dramas.
well,
it ain't
I
no big
don't know
thing.
if the red. I don't know if Red Comet's rival is actually ever going to come up again. To be honest,
It's possible. It's possible not.
not incredibly likely at this point. I don't think.
Yeah. Hey, just you should do what the captain does.
Drink
I
it
mean, if
away.
you
have
want to get rid of
dramas.
that, I will allow you. I'll allow you.
I think at this point I've just sort of literally forgotten about the guy.
Makes
Whether or
sense.
not he's forgotten about me is debatable, but it's not on Alex's mind anymore.
Yeah, that's understandable. Got a lot more things to worry about than flying planes now that you're busy talking your way out of a paper bag.
Yep.
Or you know,
and
not as the situation goes.
yep. So luckily you only have 3 stress, but at the same time now you walk away and she,
Sweating bullets.
yeah, she kind of looks sad and pouting.
do you send Ivan a ding about
Kill
keeping an eye
Just
on
like,
her?
help, how do I handle women? Actually, no, would he ask Archie that instead? That's a terrible idea.
I know, but I totally think you should.
You
because
didn't even get done with the sentence.
I was gonna say, I hope we have this conversation about girls. I think he's already
Well, you're
sensing
both
it.
co-captaining, so you should rely on each other because
Yeah.
you're now the
I would
same-
have to tell him just because of
Temporary
security risk, I would think.
Yes.
We're gonna have to have that
But,
talk, Alex.
The
You know
the
it.
barmaid that sings is the security risk on this ship. Not the giant monster in a warehouse somewhere. That's
I mean, his
lost
leg's broken.
that tore off his leg. No, he's not a risk. Min
He used to be a troublemaker till he took a 55mm to the knee.
I was bigger than that. It was a monster.
Yeah, he took a monster to the knee.
I walked right
There
up
was
that leg.
he left.
Yeah.
And I got the Skyrim reference. That's all we needed. It's in there.
Mhm.
It's perfect.
Mhm.
He used to be a warlord like him, and then he took a 55 mil to the knee.
Well, that actually no, it would technically be. I used to be the assistant to the captain. Then I took a 55mm shrapnel to the knee for someone on this boat.
Hmm.
But
But no, seriously, do you let Ivan know that there's a potential security risk?
I'm gonna convene at some point a council of Ivan and Lucas, or not Lucas, Archie.
One and the
yeah,
same.
you can easily do that. Everyone
Yeah.
else is kind of busy doing other things.
Like the job they were assigned.
Actually, it,
So
But-
what is either Lucas or the captain up to right now?
Yeah, we're going up to the captain. And Captain, you are on the Tunny, and it has been going for a couple hours at this point. And you're finally getting close enough to. You have a Veritech escort of 4 VF1s with a VF1S, flying lead on the escort. They're basically taking all the precautions out, just to make sure that you get to HQ
Indeed.
or don't let you escape. One of those 2.
Something like that.
Yes.
All of
Luckily-
those, really.
Yeah, but the plane finally lands, and they do give you a luckily matching winter coat for your uniform. Just so you can get out of the plane and into the base without freezing to death in Alaska.
Yep, it's cold there.
It's cold, it's snowing, and it's dark
Not-
out.
Not my chair.
Yeah. And of course, there's some assistants and some people there meeting you and saluting you and guiding you around. And yeah, no. So you are finally led to a room to wait in, and you doing anything in the room now that you're like in a official military base, or you kind of just waiting?
He'll take a look and he'll just keep his hat on until someone else is in the room with him. Well, no. Indoors, hat off.
Mm,
Not indoors. A ship. Ship doesn't count as
yeah,
indoors.
ships don't count. But yeah, no. You are able to, it's a wait. It's kind of boring.
Yep. He keeps his hand. If he's at a desk or a
Mhm.
table, he'll have his hands on his desk. Just waiting patiently. Elbows on the table.
Yeah, and finally you're called in, and you make it through, and before you actually get into the meeting room, there's one Admiral Donald Hayes there waiting for you.
Mm-hmm. He'll salute.
And he goes, Captain, uh,
Admiral.
and he gives you a salute and goes, so how's my? I noticed that my daughter didn't accompany you as XO. Did something happen?
Your daughter is an amazing officer, sir. She is technically my number two. However, an attack insert time that the big
Yeah,
attack happened. She went out in one of the insert Robotech version of AWACS plane name here.
yeah, cat's eye.
And if it wasn't if it wasn't for her actions and one of our flight leads, she would have been captured by the enemy. She took some damage. She's still in the hospital, but she's been stabilized, and now we're just waiting for her to be cleared by the doctors to return. And I've had to shut off communication with her because she won't let me do my job without her input while she's supposed to be recovering. I
Mm.
do not know where she got the stubbornness from.
And he'll kind of look at you and, do you mind giving me a roll for your lie?
What part's a lie?
The part where she was wounded in that attack and not the, monster's autocannon going off in the city?
I don't know about that. Did I? But yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
I understand.
I know you
Okay.
don't know about it, but you know about it.
Okay, so let's see here. Adapt negotiator and rapid fire. So 5 dice. It's
So
like
you're
my
just flirting off just random stuff to get him off your case for right now.
It's like the lowest die roll I've ever made.
No.
What's TN?
Target number is going to be. Let me look at your character sheet. Actually,
I'm a jovial analyst of coordinator and something else. I have something else.
Watchdog.
Watchdog.
Unfortunately, no, you are not in your element, so it'll be at a 5.
Out of 5.
5 successes.
4,
Wow,
5.
everyone's getting multiples of 5 today.
Yay.
But yeah, no. So you tell him that, and he, it takes him a second, but he kind of gives a nod and goes, "Well, she's always been like that, but I'm glad that she's doing well, and I hope for her quick recovery."
I do as well. I need her on the bridge as soon as she's cleared. He kind of smiles. He goes, she's the only one that can keep them all organized without me having to pull my hair out.
Well, once she's better, she'll actually be reporting here.
Oh, really? She's getting a promotion?
Yes, she's. Well, I would call it I would definitely call it a promotion in some aspects, but she's going to be moving to the space as soon as she is fit and capable, and I'd like to give you to give her the orders when that time comes.
I would be delighted to give her any version of promotion. She deserves every bit of it.
He nods and lets you continue on to the meeting room, which he is going to be there for anyway. But he just wanted to talk about his daughter firsthand.
Of course, there's always that little, if we were friends, it'd be like, hey, are you okay?
Yeah,
that type of thing. But this wasn't that. It was about his daughter. So it makes sense.
But yeah, no. So once you get in there, it's a council of a whole bunch of just military officers and some political leaders. The political leaders are being put up onto screens so that way they can, view in since they're busy leading their countries and such,
Yeah, and safe locations and whatnot.
and not in the middle of Alaska.
Not everybody in the same place where we could
Yeah.
all die together.
And the meeting starts with normal formalities. Everyone, reading reports, uh, having you recount the adventures of the Macross for the whole thing, which I'm not going to force you to do here, because that took 2 whole episodes if I remember correctly in the anime.
Yeah, they did.
That
Yeah.
was in Robotech a compilation film.
Yeah, but finally, they get to you and they're like, "Understand you may not have," and one of the leading officers of the base goes, "I understand you may not agree with the orders that have been given to you. Uh, and do you understand any hesitation you might have at the civilians being left on board? But it's risk mitigation at best as possible, as they do know of the Macross, of the SDF-1, and well, not its inner workings. I assume many of them have gone to call it
there, checking his bag over there.
probably a temporary home.
Howdy.
And as far as we know, the enemy may take offense to them leaving the ship and hunt down anyone who,
How you doing?
well,
I
leaves
partially
the ship.
agree with that, sir. However, civilians' domiciles are in key areas of
24
the
hours.
ship that if I transform the
woke
ship
up.
into its battle mode,
You cracked
people die.
some damage.
To lifting all these bodies and moving
There's
them
some
around.
Not a
muttering
question
and
of
chatter.
if, it is every time.
We need
Do
to
you
conserve.
think we
I've only
should come here?
transformed twice, once into battle mode and once back, and both times people died. Civilian people died.
There's some muttering, some talks and such. And, another officer goes, unfortunately, many people have lost their lives, civilian and human, by these aliens in your report, the Centrati.
Yes.
And unfortunately, we do believe that it's a mitigation of several thousand lives to the entirety of the human race, possibly.
You are correct.
As terrible as that sounds.
They refer to us by our size. They are giants, and they call us Micronians. In an attempt to interrogate one that was aboard my ship for a short time, he called us Micronians and said as soon as they found us, they would wipe us out, as they have done others.
And there's some more mutterings and stuff. Well, and one of the leaders speaks up and said, "Have you tried peaceful negotiation with them? I understand the dire circumstances of their immediate arrival, but is there any chance that we could make negotiations with them for peace or such?"
The ones that have open verbal communication with us, think of them like, let me think of the best analogy. A Roman legionnaire. Would you get the city of Rome to sue for peace because a random Roman legionnaire decided to stop fighting?
And, once again, mutterings and some talks, and another leader pops up, and at this point, it's less talking to you and talking around you.
And over and at, yeah. I know
They're not addressing your points or anything you bring up at this point. They're kind of just figuring out damage control at this point.
If I may.
Yeah, and eventually everyone kind of calms down and kind of looks over at you.
General analysis of their culture indicates a warrior type state. If we can manage to get them on the back foot, we can most likely force them to actually talk. But as it is right now, they're focused singularly on the SDF-1 and its capture. From what our techs have found, is their technology is similar, but lesser than the stuff that was built into the SDF-1. which means they have the ability to replicate lesser technology, but still above the current Earth norm. And we don't have the capabilities yet to replicate it in mass like they can. That's why I need and want to get the civilians off, so that way I can go into battle again, this time without having to pull punches, without having to run, but stand my ground and wipe out any that show up until finally we capture the leader caste and force them to talk.
And the leaders, everyone starts muttering, and this goes on for several hours at this point. And
I figured it would.
and finally, the meeting is adjourned. No more further questions were asked of you around this subject. Talks of peaceful conversation or peace go up. And eventually, one of the things before the meeting does end is you do hear Donald Hayes go, "What if we use the Grand Cannon?" And everyone kind of goes quiet. And this is something you saw on the way in. Around Alaska, near Alaska base, there's this man-made crater that goes straight down for several hundred meters. And you weren't briefed on the full.
You're good.
Sorry.
Take time.
Well, you weren't briefed on the full capabilities of this. Supposedly, this massive cannon will deal enough damage to work as a ground-to-space defense asset of proportions massively over the scale of the SDF-1's main cannon. And supposedly, it should work without backfiring. Supposedly. The data says.
Paul will slowly look towards Admiral Hayes. Sir, that type of weapon could be a one-shot chance. Most of the vehicles that we've shot at have been able to fold under conventional weaponry and bravery of skilled pilots. We haven't seen the biggest they've got, though, because the size of ships that keep showing up to fight us indicates there's something making them that's bigger. I would agree that that is a useful idea, but until we see a space station or mini planetoid that's movable, it would be overkill and a waste of resources. And he'll slide a notepad. He's got written the names of all of Ivan's squad. He's like, this squad in normal destroids and two of my 5 monsters have done more to defend the ship than the gravity cannon on the ship, because the gravity cannon did not fire when needed.
More mutterings go, and of course, Donald Hayes goes, "Well, we may only need one shot. If we get one shot in the right place at the right time, we could bring them to their knees and to the negotiating table." But
I agree.
I do agree we need to be careful on
the perfect shot.
Yes. If we blow this too early, it could provide problems.
If it backfires like the one on my ship does, it could blow the core of our planet. So yes, we're not firing it until it's necessary for the safety of everybody else.
Yeah, and of course, scientific leaders they all go, no, it won't detonate it. Well, it won't kill everyone. Reassuring leaders and stuff, like all of them do. And it's shortly after this point the meeting is called, and you're sent to a room for the night.
All right.
And, it's a rather nice room. They did give you, one of the officer suites for guests and stuff, where they hold presidential leaders and such. And yeah, you have you're allowed to leave your room and go to the mess and other places as you need. They do ask that you don't stray too far, or if you do, please go with an armed guard just to show you around.
Well, yeah, I'll go eat. I get a book.
Yeah, they bring you, a nice meal. It's steak and mashed potatoes with some gravy, and
Actually, I also ask whatever escort I have for a stack of paper and envelopes. I have a lot of letters to write.
And it takes him a second to understand what you mean, and he goes, "Yes, sir." And he calls over to someone else to bring papers and writing utensils down for you, and they do eventually bring them down to you.
Yep, that's what he does. He'll eat a little bit, and then he'll start writing. On the envelope, it's dear to the parents and or family of, and then every person that he remembers that's died, which is pretty much anybody that he knew the name of, because
Yep.
edict memory. Yay.
Unfortunately, and the first one there is signed to the parents of Ben Dixon. And it goes from there, and we're gonna go back to the other group. We're gonna go back in time several hours. We're gonna commit time travel.
Back to before the meeting.
Let's do the time warp again.
But all three of you are in your meeting now, looking over, what's going on, and yeah. Where's your guys?
So
Oh,
I
I
guess
can't hear you, Lucas.
yeah.
Thank you. I was sitting in a chair for a while, flirting with girls, and I didn't really get to say what I was doing, but I would say, I guess it was basically taking status reports and having the sky scanned, and I don't really know what else to do besides making sure we don't get attacked. But I'm assuming since we're going to be in a meeting, we haven't been attacked yet.
No, for the most part, everything's been clear. Plenty of friendly contacts, which the radio operator or the radar operator says is something that's nice to see for the first time in a while. As you guys,
Absolutely.
it's basically been you and fighters from your ship on friendly contacts.
Good.
So
Yeah. You girl. Hey, wait, what?
You're getting a meeting, Captain. We need you down to the briefing room.
Oh, I have to leave? Can't we just put it up on the screen? I mean, this is comfortable.
No, it's one Alex Matz. He's requesting a meeting room down in briefing room 13-7.
In person.
Yes,
It
sir.
requires walking. I don't walk.
Yes,
Since
sir.
taking this chair, I find that walking to be too tedious.
Sir, he's calling for an in-person meeting. Says it's classification Omega 5.
Thoughts of what? What? Oh, jeez. Fine. Well, let's do all the things that you want to do. I will be back. Keep my oatmeal warm. Keep yourself warm. You stay hot. And you seem to be ice cold, but it's okay. We'll warm up. And I'll be back as soon as possible, ladies.
And what he doesn't see is after he leaves, everyone's just like, "Oh God, how does the captain and anyone else deal with this man?"
They love
But
him.
eventually,
Come on.
and
So-
Joe, are you going to be heading to this meeting?
yes, I will also be heading into this meeting, but considering it's probably several hours after I've originally given my team's dispatch, what is the current status report from my engineer?
So your engineer has a couple of ideas. One of them is we attempt to attach parachutes and just push. We can't just blow the bolts on them and drop them out the bottom of the ship, like some would want. We could get the bunkers and then take a destroyer and toss them out the side as we leave, and with some parachutes on them.
Purple space
Or-
program it.
Yeah. Or there was one idea of, as we're lifting off right above the ocean, not too far up, attach like a inflatable raft, so that way right as you're starting to lift off, you start tossing them out. They just kind of float there.
I like option 2 because more likely than not we'll be going above ocean. So let's make sure they float in ocean.
Well, that option 2, he says we can try to combine with option 1, but it's more like if we right as we're leaving, we toss them into ocean and then leave like a homeless man not paying for dinner.
So, and like Ivan stops and thinks for a moment.
Or like the man who comes and has nice night with woman, but leaves his underwear there.
And he like, Ivan's like,
don't try to do the parachute thing. Focus on the inflatables. Then get paint. Paint color of ocean. Make it blend in so that way we can at least get them out alongside boats. And then we can leave them there. We'll be it is trying to be sneaky, yeah?
And he nods and goes back to it. Goes back to his plan and starts screaming at someone else to, hey, Jimmy, I need blue paint and a paintbrush. 2 paintbrushes. I need 2 hands for this.
Jimmy?
And
Jimmy, we get Russia gets immigrants too. What do you think? Just because the United States is like, well, bring me your tired, you're poor, you're hungry, that Russia doesn't get any. Wow, I've gone Italian.
there. What was even that? I couldn't understand half of that.
Hey. Also, you said
Manja.
But,
all I can think of is that one scene from Spaceballs.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, like then Ivan's gonna let Igor and engineer to make sure that way the bunkers don't sink like rocks and that we can conceal them well enough to leave them behind. So, but then he goes to a meeting.
No, and you guys eventually make it to the briefing room, which it's one of the smaller ones, And Alex, you were sitting at the head of the table since you called the meeting.
Yep. Gentlemen, we may have a problem.
Oh, Alan. Jeez, how comfortable I was.
But so Ivan cracks an eyebrows like how big problem?
How influential is Minmay currently in the ship's populace right now?
She's definitely popular. She's got a new movie coming out. Along with several song contracts because
2 men for May.
Yeah.
So
But,
enough clout to be worrying.
Enough clout that she is famous enough that she could sick all of the people who would buy her OnlyFans at you.
Man, you two together could be like a regular Sonny and Cher. What is going on? Why are you guys not together yet?
Because anime. The couple can't get together until the show is ending because then they can't do the.
They can't get together until the epilogue.
Yeah, because then they can't do the will they won't they. But anyway, so I'll brief on the situation. Lin Minmay is trying to get me to allow her off the ship. This is a problem because if we don't at least give her some measure of concession or make her think we will eventually, she has a decent amount of influence over the civilian populace and could potentially incite unrest.
Then just tell her yes. It'll just be a while. Just lie. Come on,
Well,
Alex.
I
Jeez.
tried.
Have you never
that.
spoken to a woman before?
You just get the most disgusted look. It's like,
It's not
she
hard.
took
Not hard.
third in Miss MACROSS contest.
Yes.
Sounds about right.
second, and popular enough to have a movie deal, movie in the works.
On the STF one.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
If she gets wind of what's happening, there could be problems.
I've
Done my best to get the mayor to go along and keep things quiet. But he certainly is a more rational man than a young girl.
Well, how would she get wind of it? You didn't tell her, did you?
No.
Well, then, what's the problem? I mean, I left my seat for this. Come on.
So Ivan kind of just leans back in his chair, and we just hear his neck pop for a minute,
Ooh, you should get that looked at.
A whole minute.
a whole minute, and just like crack, like as you're explaining this whole thing.
Maybe he'll break his neck.
So we heard that.
Good.
So it's a non-problem. She knows nothing, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes. But even without knowing anything, she could still cause trouble.
Then we make her not cause trouble.
Invite her.
My current worry is how to do so in a manner that will not lead to any suspicion both from her and from the general populace, wondering where their idol has gone.
Have her.
Gonna have her killed.
Have.
She knows nothing. Kill her.
You know what?
Stab her neck and
You
replace her with body double.
invite her up here and tell her you're going to take her off personally. Tell her to come, bring her alone. She'll tell her aunt and uncle or whoever that she's going to do that. And then when you get her here, we put her in a brig of some sort, real comfortable, and just keep her locked away.
She can't even radio out to aunt and uncle right now. But,
I mean,
if I may, she has potential to be more asset than hindrance. You have good relation, yeah?
Yes.
that a boy.
You've done the lovey-dovey thing.
No!
So
It's like sort of another disgusted look, like,
and Ivan kind of gives you the quirked eyebrow of, really?
Yeah, I think 2 eyebrows are coming at you.
I don't know if you guys have forgotten how old she is.
I think you've forgotten how young you are.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, we don't know how young Alex is.
You
But,
never stated.
You're a pop
but,
star. You wear lots of makeup. You look young. I mean, or ageless at least.
So, but Ivan is going to be like, look, you need to get Populous on side. We need Populous to comply. Miss Min May provides an ample opportunity to help influence the civilian population. Instead of looking, in reality, we have 2 options, even though I don't really see a problem here. One is we just make her disappear. Bring her for a couple days until things simmer down.
Oh, phew.
And then we shunt her, and then we shove her into bunker, and we drop bunker. Then problem solved.
I will.
But option 2, which may alleviate problems for you, because in Mother Russia we don't throw away good tools. Bring her into our circle.
I will try to work on a way to sell her on this.
So I would explain it in such a way that it is our only option.
Yeah.
Paint us.
So
Paint us as the good guys and paint the Was it UGF as the villain?
UEG.
Luigi, yeah.
Yeah,
so,
them.
but speak to her frankly.
Alex.
Let her know that there is plan. It's just we need a little bit more time, and then everybody gets to go home. But you also can explain that the other option, and I can assign Lieutenant Danny Lovna to be door guard.
Ooh,
Option 2.
where is she?
Make her disappear for a while, and then she will no longer be your problem, and you can focus on hurting civilians like cats.
Turning her to enlisting her help is certainly more appealing. There is only one short-term problem that is slightly more personal, and that is that she has asked persuasively to to have me fly her to meet her family on some mainland. I can try to delay for a long time, but I don't know how long you need to finish the preparations.
Like, there's a brief moment, and then Ivan is like, and he turns to Archie. Is like, Commander Archie, does Commander Alex Mance have permission to fly off of your deck?
No.
And then Ivan looks over and Commander Mance, Commander Archie,
Silverworth.
Commander Silverworth forbids you from taking off.
Another woman that's gonna be mad at me. Yikes. Get in line.
Like it's new for you.
That's what I'm saying. Have her get in line. That's all I have to say.
But it is out of. But quite frankly, little Mats, it is out of your control. You do not have the authority to leave ship. Because well, and Ivan thinks about the words. Command gives you freedom, but also change you. You are required on boats. We require your command. You are not permitted to leave.
Like there's sort of a look of relief on his face.
But I would suggest that you explain calmly. Try to get her on our side and become an asset instead of a pain in our ass. And if worst comes to worst, we make it disappear for a little while. But I would worry less about keeping promises, and like I suggested before, keep eye on price. We cannot jeopardize the safety of all the other civilians just because the girl you make googly eyes at makes you uncomfortable. So
I think Ivan, for once, said something intelligent. The only thing I would change about that is, instead of speaking to her frankly, and he gets up close, he's like, speak to her, Matsy. As in your last name with an E on it.
And Ivan looks very confused. It's like,
Yeah.
Matsy.
Alexi.
So
Alexi.
This is
That
not word.
That is the worst joke that I have ever had the displeasure of hearing.
It's not a joke. All I'm saying is just be yourself with her. She'll understand. It's basically what Ivan said, but cooler.
But
Cool is subjective.
But any other personnel problems, Matt?
Yes, I'd like you to assign someone to keep an eye on the mayor.
On mayor?
Yes, quiet. Don't let him know.
Yeah.
He's been explained the stakes, and he seemed to be willing to go along, but I trust him about as far as I can throw him, and if you've seen him, that's not very far.
Are we talking about ready to snatch, grab kind of watch, or are we talking ready to silence forever kind of?
Oh, there it is. Knew it was going to happen. Knew he was going to say it. Ivan, maybe you will be assigned someone other than a Russian to keep an eye on it. Maybe you need, there's a lot of other people on this ship. Sorry, Commander, go ahead.
Temporary silence at best. We just want him to
Not a
keep
Russian.
quiet about what's going on.
Definitely not a Russian.
But if at all possible, we would like him to. It would be best for him to stay in the public eye as if nothing is happening.
I have two individuals good for job. I'll put them on rotation. So, and first side of things going, what's the American expression? Tits up. Then Mayor will go on the bender for a while. But
the pressures of administration will get to the mayor.
Yeah.
She's absolutely doing that on purpose.
now, any other personnel problems?
Not at the moment. Archie, do you have anything pressing?
The skies are clear. Status reports are good. Everything on the end on the ship itself and all our flight patrols are pretty clear. You know, the way that we want them to be.
That's a welcome change of pace.
If there's some ass that needs to be kicked all of a sudden, I will be letting both of you know.
So, all right. Well, the best thing I have to bring forward is we have figured out safest plan of getting bunkers of people off. So, my engineers are rigging bunkers to float, and then are going to camouflage them so that way they just look natural next to the SDF-1 and kind of blend in with the sea. So that way, before we turn and burn, then we don't have to even worry about dropping them.
Before we
The
turn
main
in,
problem, the main problem we were having is that it is very difficult for us to find a way for them to fall without going splat. So a sea level scuttle is more optimal and is safest for the population. So, but Igor is on the inflatables, and by the time the UEG figure out what is going on, the stress beacons will go up, and maybe local coast guards and civilian populations will send out rescue operations to pick them up.
how long until it's ready?
What was Igor's estimation on that?
Tentatively soon. TM.
Soon.
That's the kind of timeline I work with.
Too
Yeah.
nice.
So
Before we turn and burn, we dash and splash. All right.
so
It's good.
the main obstacle I will foresee is stealthily getting the bunkers into the water and ready for loading prior to burning.
Right before Min-May tells the world that we stole the last cookie. Dun dun dun.
Yeah. But like Ivan will look over to Archie and be like, with your authorization, Commander Silverworth,
Ooh.
we'll start moving, at least relocating bunkers into position to be able to be pushed out.
Oh yeah.
I suggest clearing out some of the flight decks, so that way then we can easily get them out the door.
Oh yeah. We got flight patrols need to go out. They got to move.
So,
Push the bunkers in their spot. That's fine. Let's get this ready to go as soon as possible, so we can all get out of here, one way or another.
no. Has anyone heard anything from Captain Gullers?
There's no communication.
All right. So, all right. In that case, Ivan salutes the both of you. I will see to my work. So, but just keep in mind, and he looks at Alex. If you need problem solver, you know how to reach me.
Hopefully it won't come to that.
My brain is
I-
thinking, no, he doesn't.
So, but I will put Danny Lovna on door detail for your talk.
My door detail. Okay.
So, and then I will also after assigning the rotational shift, I will for the mayor I will send that in the report. So there's nothing else, gentlemen.
Get up out. He will wait till Ivan's gone, though. Once Ivan's gone.
leaves.
Once Ivan's gone, like, oh my god, how does the captain handle this?
You know you're gonna say that about me as
That's
soon as I
why he
leave.
has so much alcohol.
Alex,
I'm eyeing the wine cabinet because I assume there's one in every conference room because the captain's in charge.
Yeah, but it's passcode locked.
Aaron, listen to me real close. All right.
There, and he's also added in a DNA scanner to that too, so no one else can steal his stuff.
No, actually, it's just a blood alcohol tester because no one else has one that high.
Yes.
Except maybe Ivan.
That's probably the best one because Ivan usually isn't drunk while he's at the meeting, but in between. I'm drunk all the time. The soberest I've been for this entire show is because I'm not on this ship.
You didn't think to bring any wine with you.
I didn't do it on purpose.
No wine camelback.
I don't need to forget when I have to recall all the facts.
So,
Yeah, he's got depth. It's weird.
It's good. All this character growth and revealing. Anyway, once Ivan leaves, he'll turn to you. He'll turn to Alex and be like, Aaron, listen. Remember, Ivan is a bloodthirsty man beast that just wants to murder everybody. Don't let him put other Russians watch. You should have assigned him non-Russians to watch our guys. I'm just saying. Someone's going to be dead. Someone's going to be dead.
If the mayor ends up dead,
It's not my fault.
well, I assume we can do to him what the captain did to you both last time there was a major incident.
Put us in dresses?
Yes.
Yeah, that's always a good payback for murdering, but I'm being a little over-exaggerating, but you got to keep an eye on that guy. It's your job, too, your personnel. I just got to go sit in a chair. Pretty easy stuff. So, good luck. He claps you on the back. He's like, Min-May gets mad. You can send her my way. I just don't really have time, but whatever. Anything you need from me, though, before I go?
I don't think so.
Oh. Well, this is great, being co-commander. I don't really know what we're supposed to do. Are we supposed to talk about more stuff? I don't understand. I just fly.
I assume just keep the ship from blowing up until the captain gets back. I'm sure he's got some plan.
Oh, yeah, he's got it all figured out. Obviously, he put us in charge.
Definitely.
So he's the smartest
He
guy.
must know what he's doing. Although I wouldn't say this is his best plan in the world.
And we just look around like, yeah, all right, well, good luck. Good luck
Why
with
would
all
I
this.
put two people that have no idea what they're doing in charge of something that requires knowing what you're doing? What happens when you put people that don't do things in charge of things? Nothing.
The
Maybe.
problem is that Alex wants to not disappoint the captain, and so he's doing things.
But it's an anime TV show, so something always happens. That's the thing. But you know what? Actually, pretty good for Archie. He's kind of like this, like, and that's what he goes back to doing.
I'm loving it.
And with that,
Kinkaku.
the meeting is adjourned, it sounds like, and everyone goes back to do what they're doing. And,
My dramas.
I'm going to say the next day rolls around. Just because, everyone's had a long day and doing stuff, and the Russians are working through the night. Igor is getting precariously low amounts of sleep. And by that, I mean he's occasionally just leaning against something, falling asleep for 20 minutes, and then getting back to work.
Yeah, as
Poor Igor.
a good soldier in like combat engineer does.
One time...
Little cat naps.
You get a report that one time he was like having to weld through something, and he kind of just dozed off while welding.
Oh, no.
Luckily, all of his fingers are still intact.
Oh my goodness.
Some solder just sort of dripped onto his boot and it got fused to the deck.
No, just like the actual full-blown torch welder. They used to
an
cut through
arc
I
welder?
beams. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
I'm glad he's alive.
but next day rolls around, and Alex Matz, we're going straight to you because you
Oh,
have problems.
Oh boy.
And by that, I mean you were planning your meeting with Min-May, right?
Was it supposed to be tomorrow?
I don't know. Do you want it to be tomorrow?
I think the best
was
meeting
supposed
would
to
be
be delayed.
candlelit.
It was supposed to be delayed for as long as I could get away with it. Which,
So
Have
tomorrow.
you tried doing that within 18-year-old?
yeah, that's a fair point.
A long time is 20 minutes. Kind of like a cat nap.
I mean, I leave it up to you if you don't want to. We can
Well, we've
we can
got a
avoid
fairly
that.
You
decent
left
plan.
me in charge, but no, you put.
I
Yeah,
needed
fuck.
you to. I needed the people that could get things done doing things, and the people who can't get things done not doing things.
Then why did you put us in charge?
It's like basically I put two South Poles in charge of my ship, and they're trying to sit in the same chair all the time. So it's just fun to watch them spin around and just get faster and faster and faster.
Well,
Yeah.
I suppose it'd be better to try and nip things in the bud, so tomorrow it is.
Yes.
Okay.
Spankings.
Or
Just give
rather,
them spankings.
today, I
Yeah.
guess.
And so, do you call over to the Russians for Danny Lovna, or are you going to try and do this without an armed guard nearby?
What I'm going to do is have Danny Lovna arrive after the meeting starts.
So mid-May,
And, stay out of sight, obviously.
So she'll stay outside the door. She'd still show up a couple minutes late. And Mid-May is there timely and stuff, and she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry if I'm late at all. We had to finish up shooting the next scene in the movie."
Oh, it's fine. How's that going, by the way?
Oh, it's going great. I can't believe they actually let me, be the star in a movie. But so is this meeting about getting me back to my mom and dad over home?
Yeah, I asked the flight commander about that, and he did not want to let me take off. Unfortunately. But I do have some good news. We should be able to get you and everybody else off the ship soon. But I'll need your help. There's no one else who can do it but you.
Oh, what's that?
We've been planning to have the ship take off and have the civilians, like you and everybody else, stay safely in shelters while we leave on rafts.
She'll kind of think of on that and go, "Oh, I get it. You're gonna leave us so that way we don't get caught in like the fighting and stuff anymore."
Right. The captain is very worried about everybody and doesn't want people on his ship because he doesn't want them to get hurt.
Get off my boat. And she kind of thinks and goes, "Okay, I can do that in exchange for you getting me to my parents."
I knew this was gonna happen.
And she kind of
I
looks at you
knew-
and goes, she just looks at you and just kind of smiles like a teenage girl and goes, "I mean, that's your negotiating piece, right? To get me to help you with this." I've been learning all about negotiating from my movie, for having to negotiate my own contract on the movie because they didn't have a lawyer. I mean, that is what you were gonna do. You said you promised.
Yes.
And she kind of leans in and she kind of starts frowning and pouting a little bit, like, "You promised, right?"
I did. Okay, out of character, I had an idea, which is basically to stage it so that it was a terrible idea, but the idea was to stage it so that I try to get off and then oh no, the Russians come and stop me from leaving. But the worry with that is it would turn her against us, so.
Pretty sure I'm gonna put you out in a rowboat at this point if I found out of any of this.
The question is,
probably put you. The captain
what
probably
is
put
the
you all on
what is
rowboats.
the risk reward analysis we've got to make with this? Is the thing. Is she worth the risk right now?
Well, I can
she's
tell you at
around-
least some of the stuff. She's rather famous. People do love her songs for some reason. I'm pretty sure it's because she's an alien or magic. She's only wanting something for an hour, and she said she'd come straight back, and she's willing to help for it.
Okay, I do have an idea. Way back, I had some stinger points, right?
Mhm.
There's an upgrade for stealth, right?
Yeah.
Stealth fighter jet underwater.
You know what? I will let you use those stinger points for that, and have, since you are the commander, and you can call down to like the flight bay, and have one of the Veritechs very quickly modified for that. For how shall we say, owing someone a favor.
Yeah.
But you can do it.
All right.
It's kind of
This is
brilliant.
incredibly silly, but I'm gonna do it because it's funny and it's the finale.
Mhm.
So I'll tell her to wait just a moment and make the call down to engineering, bypassing Ivan
Yeah, you'll call over
because
to
he would try to stop this.
Well, Ivan is working on something
The
else.
data-
The engineer
The one you need
works
to
on the ship
bypass
itself.
is not me. It's actually
yeah.
Archie.
Yeah, I'll
Yes,
bypass.
Archie's enjoying his chair.
Okay, yeah. I will just carefully, ask the bridge crew not to disturb Archie's beauty sleep.
They're like, oh, okay. That, and they kind of look over, and Archie's dozed off to sleep, and as the sun kind of comes in the window like a cat or something.
Probably
in his
he's-
chair.
He's unconsciously leaned right into the sun.
He's just enjoying the sun and the warmth finally. And
I'm pretty sure
And
they're
they're like,
probably all very
don't worry,
glad that he's
we
finally.
don't want to bother him.
Good, yeah, that's good.
Is there anything else you need, sir?
No thank you.
All right. They're kind of a little confused about what's going on, but they'll hang up on their end, and the crew chief said that he'd be able to rig up something that would work for the way out this quickly. On the way back in, you could probably just say, "Oh, yeah, it's on patrol, totally."
We have patrols out, I assume.
Oh yeah, you guys have patrols out,
Yeah, that works.
along with like the mixed carrier group that's kind of around
So,
you guys, but not too
It's
close.
it's a prototype stealth thing. It's not finished yet, but it'll work for a little bit.
And the underwater coating should hold until you get there. If not, plug the holes with your foot.
I mean,
That gives you at least 2 holes you can plug.
I don't know if space tight and airtight work quite the same.
Not really, because
Sure.
space, you're trying to prevent everything from going out. Well, water, you're trying to prevent everything from going in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they got some flex seal though. Don't worry.
They're gonna give you a roll of flex tape to put
Yeah.
next to your flight stick.
They've just dipped the outside of the hull in flex seal, so it's matte black, and that's
yes,
also
of
the
course.
stealth coating.
Yeah, there we go.
That's perfect.
But yeah, you're able to set that up.
The underwater upgrade's probably not going to be too useful once we're back in space, but oh well, it's probably worth it.
And so you're gonna make the immediate heading out once that's ready.
Yeah.
All right, and I'll say that since we are actually out of time, you do manage to get out, and as you dip down into the water, going out one of the side hatches. No one asks any questions because the commander's doing commander things, and
Just
no one
like
saw
nobody
you get
asks just like nobody asks questions why there's a bunch of bunkers in the flight bay.
Yeah,
They're
no
not
one's asking
paid enough to
questions.
care.
Yeah, they're really not paid enough to do. Most of them aren't even sure if they've been getting their pay this entire time. Someone actually got a notice from the IRS that they may be dodging taxes, so yeah, they definitely don't care.
Where should I mark that down, by the way? Like,
Don't worry about it. The stealth upgrade, just mark it down on the very bottom where you have like the Veritech information.
Okay,
Just
so
write
that-
on your sheet.
systems,
Got
I
left
guess.
behind
Yeah.
while on joyride with girlfriend.
I still have my 3
Yep.
stinger points to
I'll just put it
spend.
in
Holy
systems
cash.
for now. Stealth.
Yeah, it'll just mark it down somewhere and it'll work. And so you
Worry
managed
about
to
it later.
dive under the water and head out. And once you're outside of range of, the fleet and all that stuff, you pop out of the water and fly away. And you, speeding up time, of course, you do eventually land. And she kind of, you guys get out, and she has smiles and she hugs you. And she's just, and she smiles at you, and she kind of looks at you and goes, "Thank you, Sleeping Tiger, for completing your mission."
Ah, goddammit! I thought this might happen.
And you black out at that point.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
And
whoa.
that's where we're going to
Wait,
end
wait.
the session.
Wait, what? What?
I had a suspicion. I didn't think you'd actually do it.
Is mid?
So is the Chinese.
Did mid?
It's always the Chinese.
Wait, was that Mid-May that just took you out, or was it someone else?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
you mean-
the secret passed.
Well, I
Yeah,
got that.
so
I suspect this from season 1 because I know you hate Min-May.
I mean, I may hate Mid-May, but this was just too, this is just too good to pass up on her. Why she's always just super happy and always getting on the close to people in the military. She's looking for information. She's totally a spy. And I was really happy the captain didn't instill the idea too hard in your head, and you guys were almost like, she's just a spy, don't worry about it.
So
I
she.
told you
You
we should have made her
sound-
disappear.
But
She did.
oh, I had something planned for that. Yeah, so just so you know, for the reference of why she got 10 successes, it's because she rolled 12 dice without burnout.
What the fuck?
She is an infiltrator, isn't she?
Oh, yes. She's been there this entire time. Every time you've blacked out, Matt, it's because of her using you as a special agent.
Oh
I
man,
mean, I
that's
won't
great.
say I didn't.
That's
I won't
great.
say I didn't see this coming from like the very first time.
I mean, I know you didn't see it coming, and it was or I know you saw it kind of coming, and it wasn't exactly the most hidden thing. But I was having too much fun messing with you guys in the background with this, and I'm gonna say this out of game, so everyone knows that there wasn't just a red herring of murders on board. Hi, Matt. Hi, murderer.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
Well, rip Alex Matz.
Oh, don't worry, he's coming back.
Nothing bad happened at all.
Nothing bad happened at all. She just made contact with her family.
Oh my goodness.
And I'm glad
So
you
I guess-
disobeyed orders, Matt. You were such a good pawn. I'm sorry, but no.
I mean, let's be real.
Did the heartwarming talk of you have bigger responsibilities? Not, of course it didn't take. Of course,
Well,
because everyone hates Ivan.
Well, no, it's because season finale with the waifu.
like real talk, my eyes were on the potential gain,
Oh,
And
shit.
I
Yeah, I
kind
bet there
of-
were.
Yeah.
which is, you know, an easy time hurting the civilians into the thing, rather
My
than having
googly
to
eyes.
With civilians. Mhm.
rather than having to herd them while we're also trying to escape.
Don't worry. That stuff will all come about next season, everybody.
Ba-
I'm serious. I had the best
Robotech.
intentions, I swear.
Robotech will
No,
return
it's
next
fine.
season.
I was kind of egging you into that one just to see what you do. There was actually a couple of
You
different
really
paths
put
for
the
that.
screws to me, man.
Oh, that was my whole
It
job.
seemed pretty flawless. Mike has kind of led you by the nose, and you're like,
I
sure.
mean, Alex, you were
The
talking
nose.
about it being too boring for you sometimes, or not having stuff to do. I should say. I gave you stuff to
You
do.
know what? You know what? Speaking of Chinese, there's the Chinese proverb.
Mm-hmm.
Living in interesting times and all that.
You shut your dirty whore mouth right now. We have had enough of that this effing year.
All right. I have been the Robotech Master Harukajunko, and I'm going to pass it over to the captain, who's going to find out about this in a report, probably.
Yeah, somebody's getting kicked off the boat. Soundwavesghost. I've been honored to play the captain of the SDF-1, Paul Colors, and on the what has been the Friday night game, and I'm assuming we're moved to Thursday most likely when we come back.
Yep.
On the other Thursday, I was playing over AP Gaming Reels channel as Paul Colors, the Lamb pilot, and that recently got shot down and escaped, thankfully, from the map. But the battle is nearing completion over there. On Tuesdays, I run a game of Destroyer of Worlds Alien module for our Alien RPG by Free League Publishing. On the alternate Tuesday, I play whatever flavor of the month we still got going on at the time, which right now is Dungeon World, Indigo, Magic.
You did it right.
Lucas always has to do some weird version of that voice, so I had to do it too.
That works perfect.
And the other Thursday, opposite of Robotech, is going to eventually be Band of Blades. So once I'm done with AP, we'll be doing Band of Blades, thankfully, and I've been looking forward to that for like a year and a half. And Sundays it's recorded for Patreons first, and then like a week later it's released. But I'll be guest starring over on AP Gaming Reels channel as well for Oath of Industeel, his Pendragon meets Battletech in the second or third Succession War era. So it's an interesting concept, and I got asked to be a guest star because I went a little nuts on some backstories of a character. So I like Battletech enough to do it, so it's gonna be fun. And other than that, that's it for me. Thanks for letting me play Lucas and the Robotech Master, and it was fun. Hats off to you, quite literally.
Okie dokie. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I've of course been Ivan Suranova tonight, but folks who've been around know I'm Jodo1025, kind of the local channel hobo right now, as I'm kind of engaged in pretty much everything that's going on right now. I had a blast with this. This was not how I was expecting the season to end. I was expecting a very rapid fast forward and more of let's give the colonists all parachutes, push them out of the ship as we're flying away kind of thing. But and dying in a giant fireball in outer space. But this is a good season finale too, I guess. So, but yeah, but when I am not playing a crazy Russian artillery commander, so you can catch me here on Thursdays as Richter Mercal, the halfling court bard for our Dungeons & Dragons Sunless Citadel campaign. You can catch me on Tuesdays, both the current Tuesday games, for Dungeon World, where I play as Ralph McLeod. I had to stop and think about that. For whatever reason, I can't remember all my characters at once. It just, like, I get 404 errors every time I try.
You have a lot of them, man.
Yep. So, and I'm looking forward to see how Dungeon World wraps up. And then, of course, I'm also in the Aliens RPG game, Destroyer of Worlds, run by Captain Colors over there, as PFC Dante. And I'm having a very interesting time figuring this character out and trying to go forward in our fun little let's crash a party kind of thing before we all die horridly. But yeah, when I'm not on this channel, you guys can catch me over on my channel, twitch.tv/Jodo1025, where I run a lot of charity content, as Tice is so, like, kind of whooping out there in the chat lands right now, where every other Wednesday I run Titans of Moran, a Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition adventure for Extra Life charity, where my cast is delving into secrets. I'm actually quite proud of the next section they're going to be getting involved in, because I think it's going to be cool stuff. And then every other Saturday will be Blades in the Dark. A Knights of Mischief. Sorry, I got distracted because I saw the ping from
Tice.
So,
we're talking about you. No big deal.
Yeah. The beard will grow back. It was just scraggly. So I also had to get on a plane for a bit, which meant I needed a better mask seal. Anyway, but every other Saturday, Blades in the Dark, Knights of Mischief, where the first score that they're undergoing, which is always the hardest, is not going well. So we'll see how they wrap.
Man, first score with Loot as one of their hirings.
Loot literally hired them for a job, and
love that guy.
It's gone tits up already.
Yeah.
I wonder how long Loot will survive compared to our game.
So, well, if considering that they're shadows instead of assassins, probably a little while longer.
That doesn't mean anything. Everybody kills.
Yeah. So, but other than that, I am happy to announce that we do have a few other things coming down pipe very soon, starting next month. Because next month, those of you who know me, is the Extra Life International Day of Play on November 7th, where I will be participating this year, and I'm just kind of turning the entire month of November into what I'm calling Norse November. And on the International Day of Play, I will be streaming the Banner Saga 1, 2, and 3 all the way through in order. So hopefully less than 24 hours, but I doubt it. Because I hate myself. But other than that, I do actually have a plan for a Dungeons and Dragons adventure that's going to stretch over the month, and I'm hoping for a Sunday slot for a Norse Viking themed Dungeons and Dragons sessions with little bits picked away from like Pendragon and Saga of the Icelanders. So I do have plenty of slots open up for that. So if anyone out there in the world on Lucas's channel is interested in participating, you know how to get a hold of me on Discord. But yeah, and then other than that, the last announcement I have to make is that we're very, very, very close to our fundraising goal on my channel. And we'll start being able to do our rewards, which is cosplay sessions. But it's looking like it's going to be more of a Christmas thing instead of a October thing, just because life sucks, yo. So, but anyway, I'm pretty sure everyone is tired of listening to me talk by now. Big thank you to Lucas for letting me be on the channel. Big thank you to my fellow cast members for letting me kind of be the troll character of this series. And a big thank you to Harukajunko for running Robotech. And I will catch you guys on the flip side, and I will pass it to Commander Trader down there. So,
Hey,
Commander Trader Pants is the full name.
Yup.
Commander Pants, you're on.
man, this was fantastic. This was great. I had a great time. It's been a pleasure to play this all the way through for this season. It was a great reveal. It was incredibly fun just to go along with it, and I could not have asked
Like
for a
bacon.
better birthday present. So this was a lot of fun. I'm gonna
Birthday?
pass it up to. Actually, no, we are only
It's
4
Luke.
of us tonight, so up
Yeah, it's
to
Luke.
Archie.
No, not me. No, anything
You're
but
the
that.
last. You're the end.
All right,
Everyone
well,
started and fell apart.
man. So I got distracted for half a second, and then Alex went way faster than I thought. So anyways, our Friday games are coming to a close unless you out there are ready to run a game on this channel. I am still looking for GMs and DMs and ZMs and RMs who want to maybe run a game or two on this channel, as I will be taking a hiatus because, baby, coming due in February. I have a couple months off, so I'm still looking for people to run some content later on, so talk to me about it now. But anyways, our Friday games are done for this particular group, the part I'm involved in. So Tuesdays and Thursdays here on out. And I'm looking forward to starting, as we take a little break on Robotech, starting with this same guy, the same cast of guys, and our new person, Dom, the Band of Blades. I'm really looking forward to that. We're going to try to make it a big show, make it, I don't know, cool in every single way. There it is right there. I actually, looking in the book, I found all the 3 different typefaces, or the fonts that they use. So I'm going to download them into Adobe. So when I make the overlay, going to use the same font from the book. I'm determined to have it look like that. I took a lot of that stuff from Total Party Thrill, which is the group I watched, and their overlays are fantastic. And I'm going to copy / borrow / rip off almost everything they do. So props to you guys. Anyways, thank you guys for all being here tonight. Don't forget to follow, like, subscribe. Everything goes back to the channel. We really appreciate it. Check these guys out on their various social medias. Join our Discord. Be a part of the community. Check out all the stuff, all the past plays on YouTube. And we really appreciate you guys all being here tonight. And I think that's just about it. I always think about all the other things I want to say once, we're actually off camera. So, oh well. Robotech, the Macro Saga, Season 2 comes to a close. It's been a great ride. Ups and downs. Lots of drama. Lots of anime. Lots of fun. Lots of humor. And
Big explosions.
lots of explosions. And we don't know what happened to Melody Jacobs, but we will find out later on.
Nothing yet.
It's true. Nothing's
she's
just
probably planning a way to execute our traitor.
once she finds out. Her and Alex were pretty chummy for a while, so
You're all traitors.
It's
and
gonna
it's the
hurt.
urge.
It's gonna make Archie look good by comparison, which is
Trust no
Rob-
one.
this is
There
a
is
bad
an
thing.
imposter among us.
Well, there's 2 actually.
Tell you, man, you're gonna put Archie in a good light compared to you, which is just like, what?
Ow.
I know. Ivan might even look cool compared to you. What? Sorry. Archie's gonna take stabs at Ivan
All
for
I
the
can
rest of their
say
life.
is, bitch, who's the one who's actually getting the plan done?
That is true. You have been taking cat naps.
You under my command, obviously. So, yeah. I mean, sorry, Ivan under
Even
Archie's
a
command.
traitor, I did more to advance the plan than you did.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, that's my character.
You're
is,
gonna Colors. You're gonna come back to a Russian cruiser. That's what you're gonna come back to.
It's not going to be called the
His literal
MACROSS.
worst nightmare.
Okay, so again, I put the people that couldn't get anything done in positions where nothing needed to be done.
And they started doing things.
And they did things on their own that they thought was needed, but it hasn't really changed anything.
I still think
Yeah,
you're gonna come back to surprise us there, but
Oh yeah, I'm gonna come back to surprises, and I'm gonna have to throw someone off the boat. I'm sure there is going to be someone landing on top of one
I
of these
don't
bunkers.
I don't know. Throwing
Bunk.
off the boat is a bit of a lax punishment, I'm gonna be honest.
Oh no, we're gonna throw off the boat includes shoving you down my monster's cannon, and and send you straight to Gulag.
But we're
Do
nowhere
not
near
pass
Russia.
go, do not collect 200 rubles.
Do you think that would stop Ivan?
Sorry,
He's
No,
a
I'm just making the
good
joke. You're
artillery
being
guy.
shot to it.
anyway,
You might
Lower
make
the-
it.
Lower the aft of the STF-1 to give his guns the elevation they need.
I'll
Well-
flood the aft quarters.
No, key haul
Managed
you. Key haul you before we take off.
All right, but
well, that's it. I carried it on too long and got us going on another bunny trail. So, good night, guys. God bless and good
Good
gaming.
night.
We will see you guys next time. You all have a good night out there. Thank you for everybody who was here. We really appreciate it. Thank you for the donations, Tice and Jodo. And we will see y'all next time. Peace.